which is becoming sort of a clusterfuck considering that I'm always doing side quests and DLC and not actually doing the main storyline. Alright. Let's just hop right on in. So, where we last left off, I'm making Nicey Nice with Paladin Danse. So, it's kind of cool that, you know, progressing so far in the one storyline doesn't affect the other ones as much. I haven't really talked to the Railroad yet, so me playing Nicey Nice with the Brotherhood of Steel, I haven't really seen if it has an effect on the Railroad rep, but yeah. The Minutemen. I'm not entirely sure where I stand with them in terms of storyline So, you know, with Preston Garvin being mad at me, you know, it's kind of hard to gauge as to where I am with that. I mean, he did say he would still follow me as a loyal soldier, but in terms of us being besties and him, you know, being a companion, I guess I could forget about that. Let's see. I guess I could do some of these Minutemen Radiant quests. And just see what that does. Because apparently I have enough of these to friggin' choke a horse. Well, let me track one quest at a time. I don't want to go nuts just yet.
This place is really coming together, huh? Can't take all the credit.
Friggin' better not, dick. Well, that's just random.
Are you sure there isn't someone more suited to all this?
I didn't mean to loot the meat. I just want the glands. Alright, so this is Brahmin.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
Please. Not worth my time.
Hey, whatever you say, let me tell you, farming ain't easy.
Farming's hard work.
Won't argue with that. Blake Abernathy. You new to the Commonwealth?
Yes. And no. It's a long story.
Either way, good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
Dig in the dirt all day? No thanks.
You're probably a wiser man than me. Word of advice, though. If you do start up a farm, be ready to deal with the raiders. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
Bastards. All of them.
Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. That's why we need the Minutemen back. And the sooner, the better.
There's nothing worse than losing a child. Believe me, I know.
All too well, I'm afraid. My sympathies are with you both.
I'm sorry to hear you say so. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her rocket too. It's been in Connie's family for generations. If you could get it back, it would mean a lot to us.
Don't worry. I'll get that locket back for you.
Good. Connie feels like it's a part of Mary. I don't think she'll rest easy again as long as it's gone.
See how far away this place is. Oh, I discovered it already. That works. Kind of gross. They shoot maggots at you.
Playing games with me, huh? Fucking hide from me? You're dead.
Oop, wrong gun. I don't want it to be too easy. I swear to God, I hate living at home.
Security's too good.
Wait, does no one believe in proper lighting anymore?
Terminal only.
What the?
Molly word.
I was gonna say, technically speaking, I shot her in the feet, so she shouldn't be dead.
Shit! Lost it. Time's up.
Because it's easy to kill you assholes. I'm just like, come on, lady, you're attacking somebody in full power armor with a friggin' tire iron. You kind of had that coming. Time slows down for a moment when chambering the final round in the magazine. That's actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna have much time to play because I have to be at work at 3, and I gotta start getting ready at like 2:15, and it's 12:30 now, so this won't be a terribly long stream. And I kind of feel bad because, you know, my buddy at work wants to call out tonight, well, because like nobody but me is willing to do a shift. Like, he really can't just call out whatever the hell he wants, you know. I mean, honestly, that goes for all of us, not just him. Like, when I called out the other day, you know, I was lucky enough for a coworker to say she'll cover my shift. Because if she said no, I would have been stuck working. I just called out just because, you know, job's kind of getting to me now.
If only so much technology like this one lost apart.
I mean, the jobs have getting to me for a while, but just that week it was just garbage.
Civilization
A lot more garbage than usual. And of course, whenever you say that to somebody, they're like, oh, when do you get a new job? Why don't you quit? Well, for my particular skill set, and by that I mean relatively zero skill set, this is the only job that works for me. There's nothing else that even comes close. At least nothing I can do.
Be able to hack this.
And you know, there were people that actually have told me that it's not so much that there's nothing out there, it's just that I've gotten comfortable. Yeah, well, why don't you take a look at Indeed and tell me if there's anything out there? That's like 20 minutes away from my house. Go ahead, I'll wait. And then I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. And then just leave it as it is. I mean, I guess in some way it's true that I've gotten comfortable with my job. I mean, I do have pretty good job security there. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not like tenure or anything like that, but yeah, I really do think the upper management is very reluctant to get rid of me. But then again, much like any other place, like if I really mess up, like they'll have no issue getting rid of me. They probably have issue trying to find somebody to replace me, but actually getting rid of me, I don't think it'll be that big of an issue. Like I said, I think that's pretty much wherever you work. That if you screw up big time, they'll just drop you.
Are you serious? That's great news. Connie's gonna be speechless. Whatever the Minutemen need, you can count on us. We got a decent workshop, and Connie's sure to go leaner on her prices after what you've done.
I just want to trade a few things.
Of course.
Roy Brown, again.
Blake told me what you did for us. For Mary. I know it's not much, but any trading you want to do, I'll go easy on the price. Let me know if there's anything you want to take a look at.
Sounds good.
I'll see what you got then. Oh, really? No, I don't want to sell that. I mean, some of this stuff I could sell. There's like a lot of this is ammo I don't even use. Six caps. That's awesome. Close enough. Alrighty. What else can I do? Yeah, this one I've done the most that I can do. I think that's because, I mean, the reason why they haven't given me any more objectives to this is because I haven't made contact with the Brotherhood yet. You know, like when I finished that part, I didn't get any contact with the Brotherhood, so well, I gotta have to turn that off. Alright, this is the next one. Shit, that's all the way down there. Thankfully I have that discovered, which is just adjacent to it. Should I shave? Because I usually don't like my facial hair to get too long, because then my face starts to get irritated. I think if I let it go for another day, it should be fine. Alright, another message saying that my outpost sent caps to Nuka World. Yeah, I'm not bothering those guys if I don't have to. Obviously, they feel the same way. Alright, well, they're not shooting at me. Looks like they found another fat man. Good for them. Sure, Codsworth is somewhere in the middle of all that. That's a shame. Dude, imagine something like this just coming out of the fucking lake. That'd be terrifying. I mean, I think it's kind of cool that power armor like kind of sinks like that. You can kind of just walk along the ocean floor. The only thing I'm not a fan of is that you can't attack while you're underwater. Like, it'd be one thing if you were just limited to like a knife or something. Like if you had like a really light melee weapon, like you could use that underwater, but like, no, you literally can use nothing while underwater. And I think that's a whole part of the reason why they never added like sea creatures to the game, because if they did, you'd have no way of defending yourself. Like you would have to kill them before you even went into the water.
You're with the Minutemen, right?
Get to the point. What do you need?
A pack of feral ghouls has wandered in nearby. It's too risky to have them so close. We need someone to clear them out.
I'm on it. It's as good as done.
I'll be glad to have them gone.
You know, I'm actually surprised that Cosworth was a fan of me just being so like short and blunt with them. Usually he hates any kind of negative interaction I have with people. But then again, I know people that are like that are actually really nice people. They are just brutally honest, and they just want to get to the point, and they got no time for BS. So and honestly, it's refreshing because you have so many people that don't tell you how they really feel. And then when they up and friggin' snap, or they up and leave you, like, you wonder what the hell you did wrong. And there's no way for you to know because these people don't tell you how it is, you know? Oh, cool. If you kill him before he has a chance to use it, you can actually get the mini nuke off of him. Oh, legendary. He's got some neat stuff on him too. It's great that I randomly got air support, but the thing is that the people that fly these things have no idea what the hell they're doing. At least in my experience, if the fight lasts too long, then they'll just randomly just crash into something and then friggin' they just blow up. Like, I swear to God, on my main file, like, they just crash, like, all the time. Like, anytime you see one of them, they're pretty much almost guaranteed to freaking crash into something. As a matter of fact, this is probably the first time I've ever had any kind of intervention from them that they didn't crash into something. It's kind of funny. You know, for as much as they boast about being better than everybody and, oh, if you're not Brotherhood, you're nothing. Yeah, well, learn how to fly first and then give me that shit. You know, for them being so mightier than thou, they have no idea what the hell they're doing. I was thinking about doing a high charisma, high intellect build, but I wanted to do melee, so can't be very good at melee if you don't have 10 strength. I just love how quick my AP fills up because of this armor.
What kind of things you ask? Tell you. I've heard that they have taken over the castle.
Codsworth, man. You're hindering more than you're helping.
Monster fish? Maybe? I don't know. Not relevant. The Minutemen are there now. That's good. Yeah.
Dude, I must have hit him like 5 times. How did he not die? The hell? Food paste? That's a new one. I'm gonna have to take a closer look at that. So I don't think I've ever seen like food paste.
Something's afoot. That's how it's done. Am I right, sir?
But no, I think Gauss rifles are strictly like sniper rifles. Because I was gonna say, I wonder if there was an option to make this like a automatic type assault weapon. But no, I doubt it. I think it's the same thing as like a hunting rifle.
Caution, sir. Something is... Well, that about takes care of that. Head down, sir. It appears someone is shooting at us.
Oh, you think so? It just leads right back to the entrance again. That's my garage door opening. Well, it's leading me somewhere. Yo! Dude! Will you friggin' move? Jesus Christ, you are always up my ass.
Picking up a flop this time.
Yeah, that's what you get. Yeah, they need to do something about friggin' companions. Because when they're like completely up your ass like that, like you can't friggin' move because they're like right up your ass. And you can't freaking move anywhere because they're up your ass and you can't phase through companions, so kind of SOL. That's cool. I like that. Alrighty. I guess that about does it then. I think that might be the next round of perks I'm going to spec into. Is the one that makes fusion cores last longer. Nothing like ice water to make you feel refreshed. Honestly, water is probably the best thing you can put in your body. Actually, I want to see something real quick. Do 20% more damage, improved hip fire, stagger, and do double damage. Alright, so I kind of thought that there was some kind of perk you could spec into that makes all your weapons or all your gear or whatever weigh half as much. I think that's Skyrim that I'm thinking of. Because there is, I remember now, there is an armor skill. I think it's for every type of armor though, that you can spec into that makes all armor of that type weigh like half as much as it usually would. Let me put that away. There was another perk I wanted to look at too. Speaking of this one, I eventually have to start putting points into. But not right now. I don't feel the need. This is the one right here. Radiation weapons do 50% more damage. And fusion cores last an extra 25% longer. Radiation. Wow, really? Radiation weapons do double damage. And fusion cores last an extra 50%. This is the one I don't spec into. Because, like, I don't want to be in the middle of a settlement and then my fusion core run out. And then just explode and start killing everybody around me. Because I think on my main file, like, I just spec'd into these two. And I just left this one alone. But see, like, that's the one thing I don't like is, like, with this perk, fusion cores last twice as long. Actually, you know what? Let me look this up. Because there's got to be something that can be done about that, because I'm sure the devs thought about that after they put it in. Because like I said, if I'm standing in the middle of a settlement or something, or I'm trading or whatever, and then my fusion core runs out, like, I don't want to no, wait, hang on. Fallout 4 nuclear. Physicist level 3. Alright. Alright, that's a video. I want to read something. Alright, I think somebody else had the same thought as me. Can be ejected, blah blah blah. How do you eject fusion cores like this? I've had the perk for at least 10 levels, blah blah blah. Short, have no grenade weapon equipped and use a grenade. Oh! Oh, so it's essentially like grenades. I mean, I don't see why you would do that, because fusion cores are uncommon as it is. And they're expensive. Okay, so that's not what I thought it was. So that's actually really good. So I'm actually okay with that. So I guess for my next 3 levels, that's where my perk points are going to go.
Took care of those ghouls that were giving you trouble.
Kind of wish there was a perk that would make your armor plating, like, take less damage. Because, like, if I'm in the middle of a really good fight, like, I'm at least guaranteed to lose 1 limb.
Fella, you and the Minutemen have our gratitude and our support.
Oh, now I'm able to talk to Preston Garvey now. But before I do that... See, I love how, like, you don't even have to be in range and it counts. Okay, that was weird. Alright, well, I guess I'll go to the castle. It'd be funny as hell if Preston was still in that room that I blocked off. Echo Lake Lumber Mill. Screw those guys. The only settlement that matters is Sanctuary. I'd barely pay attention to that enough as it is. God damn it.
Another day in the Commonwealth. This'll go better if we don't talk to each other.
I cleared out the ghouls that were giving that settlement trouble.
Glad to hear it, General. It's hard enough out here without people having to worry about ghouls in their backyard. I got word of a settlement that needs our help. Sounds like they're trying to stand up to some raiders. It's a good chance to show how much better things can be if we'd all stick together.
Yeah, I think some of these are the big ones that you have to do for the quest. Or for the main storyline quest. As much as I hate having my quest log filled up, oh yeah, I did a real good job blocking this off, so I don't have to worry about him getting out. Yeah, every day would be a fine day if he didn't open fucking doors that I closed. Alright, anyway. Actually, you know what I should do? I just completely power off the friggin' radio. Yeah, because like if I stand here for too long, I get like 2 or 3 friggin' quests added. Which is BS. Speaking of which, let me see how I'm doing with water on Testicle Isle. Testicle Isle. It'd be great if I could assign settlers to keep things from breaking down. Okay, so we're not doing too bad on waters. And like I said, it's just straight up profit because there's nobody drinking it. Move Codsworth. Resources, water. How am I doing on aluminum? Let's see, I can make 6, 12, 18. So I can make 4 more of these bad boys. I'm pretty sure this ain't gonna reach, so let me plant another one here, dangerously close to the water. Oh, so I'm gonna have to build another generator. Oh yeah, that's right. I got the water on me. See, I'm gonna have to build another generator. I'm out of copper and I'm out of aluminum. I'll worry about that later. So let's see if I can fix that real quick. So I get so distracted. First, I'm all about doing the Minutemen shit to try to progress further in the storyline. And then I worry about Spectacle Isle. Because I get distracted like super easily. Because I got so many irons on so many fires that like... No thanks, my dude. I'm good for now.
Just about everything, but
I'll take a look, sure.
Alright, so I need things with copper and aluminum. And screws, that would definitely help. See, aluminum, nuclear material, I always try to collect that whenever I see it. Adhesive, definitely. Like, I'm always running low on adhesive. And there's other stuff I would like to have an abundance of, so I kind of just grab shit. Ceramic, copper, rubber springs, and I think that one dude has shipments of screws too. I don't know why I picked up that straw pillow. I don't use any missile weapons, so yeah, fusion cores are like 130 and change. Well, actually buying them, they're like $250 each. Locked up for a second. I thought I was gonna freaking crash. See, Molotov. I'm gonna sell that because I get a Gauss rifle, so I'm not gonna carry like 3 different types of friggin' sniper rifles. That would be kind of redundant. Considering the fact that like a couple of minutes ago I was complaining about shit weighing too much. And how I carry around like way too many weapons. There we go, close enough.
If you're thinking safety, a long-range rifle lets you stay in cover and out of sight.
Let's see what you got.
Something for
A secondary weapon. That's cute. I got like primary, secondary, thirdary, if that is even a word. Yeah, it's like 1,200 just in fusion cores. Ooh. Aluminum. Definitely coppers and gears just for the hell of it. I think I might actually have to use like actual money for this, so not a lot. I don't mind giving up a couple of thousand caps here and there. First, let me go to Sanctuary and drop these mats off. Because I'd rather have all these mats at my main settlement so I have access to them no matter where I am. As long as I have a supply line, that is. And then once I go back to Testicle Island, I'll take out all the shit in that workbench and put it in the Sanctuary. For those of you that are curious, we went to... Yeah, I mentioned a couple of times that I was taking my daughter to Sesame Street Live at Bethel Woods. And it was a good show. I mean, the seats were great. It was a really nice show, but, like, it didn't last long. Like, it was like a 45-minute show. And, you don't make a lot of caps from those stores. Cord, mutt fruit. Yeah, those potato plants aren't producing like anything. Like, there's got to be a way that I can get like a shit ton of potato fruits. Because honestly, that's my main source of adhesive. I mean, when I'm just, you know, fumbling around the wasteland and I'm picking shit up, like, or I'm buying stuff from vendors or whatever, like anything I see with adhesive in it, like I'll pick it up because in my main file, like I'm always running out of adhesive. So whenever I see anything with adhesive in it, I always grab it. Same thing with aluminum. But now I'm at the point that I have so many fires going, so many irons going to so many fires that I just, like, if I think I'm gonna need the mat further on down the road, like, I just grab it. Like, I don't even think about it. But yeah, like Sean was asking me before, how I have so many fusion cores to the point that I could always stay in my power armor. And I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I just find it everywhere and this, that, and the other. But this time I actually bought a few. Alright, so I'm a couple of purifiers away from maxing out my water production. So let me finish that up. I gotta remember to select industrial grade this time. Because the last time I was out here, I got like the second best purifier. Now we're out of screws again. Alright, good. We're maxed out now, so it's just a matter of just sitting back and just letting this thing just produce as much water as possible. So I'll come out here maybe like once or twice a week and collect a metric shit ton of water. And while I'm out and about and not really doing anything important, I'm gonna go check the tribute chest at my settlement and see well, not the settlement, at Nuka World, and see how many caps are waiting for me. I'm not expecting a lot. Because I found out really early that the NPC's definition of a lot of caps and my definition of a lot of caps are grossly different. I guess I should say dramatically different. But no, it was a really fun show. Like, my daughter loved it, you know, especially when Elmo came out. Like, that's her thing, is Elmo. Elmo. And when he came up, like, that's when she really started to, like, light up and start paying attention to the show. I mean, she was hungry. Like, it was around lunchtime when we finally made it there. So, you know, yeah, she hadn't eaten yet, so she was a little cranky through a little bit of it. And then once we were able to get lunch in her, then she was kind of like turning back around. But I think another thing too is like she was a little overwhelmed too. Like the place was packed. Like there was a lot of people there. And those seats go for a good like $70 a seat for a 45-minute show. County Crossing. Boo freaking who for County Crossing. Oh, that's what I wanted. You know, I think another thing they should have added was settlements should do for themselves a little bit. Like, they shouldn't completely rely on me. Yeah, 500 caps, that's not bad. You know, I wouldn't say that's a lot of caps, but it's not bad. Yeah, I went through my screws already. In my experience, a really good way to get screws is to I had a feeling, but, you know. In my experience, a really good way to get screws is to just get a shit ton of friggin' like weapons, like rifles and shit, and then just break them down at your workbench. But in order for that to be effective, you gotta, what's it called? Well, you gotta spec a couple of points into, what's it called? Into that scavenger perk. But yeah, like, I want to take over more outposts to supply my settlements, or conquer more settlements to supply stuff for my outposts, but I don't want to piss off Preston any more than I already have. Because I kind of get the feeling that if I alienate him too much, then he's gonna choose to like never help me with the freaking whatever. And I don't want it to get to that point, so I'm gonna go ahead and cool it on the hostile takeover for now. Alright, so let's see. Purify waters. Corn. Mutt fruit. I think. So like a part of me wants to take these and buy more material, or like, not materials. Wait, yeah, materials. But I kind of want to start, these guys again? Alright. These guys seem to be friggin' helpless, but you know what? That's what the Minutemen are for. Able to respond at a minute's notice. Ooh, you know, like, get the fuck out of here. Or, like, if I open a supply line to another settlement, like, they should be able to take the mats from my workbench and be able to build themselves, like, defenses and food and water sources. You know what I mean? Like, they shouldn't completely rely on me for everything.
Mr. Abernathy?
I hope you're here to help.
Just give me the situation and be quick about it.
Some raiders have been threatening us if we didn't give them supplies. We told them to take a flying leap, now that we had the Minutemen backing us up. But they didn't seem too impressed. Said they'd be back with their friends to make an example of us. We're not soldiers. We're hoping you can help us set up some defenses before it's too late.
Yeah, this is part of the main storyline. Yeah, but I don't have any supply routes to this place, so I don't have access to materials. Well, let's see what they got. God damn it, man. See, like, I'm all the defenses you need, brother. But yeah, like, I don't even have anything to make friggin' turrets with. Alright, there. You. Go do that. That only counts for 20%. This is such a pain in the ass. You know what? Better yet. Well, I can't assign her to a friggin' supply line. Can't assign him. Yeah, there's 3 people here. Ooh, you got a lot of potatoes here. I'm taking those. So there's nobody here I can assign to a supply line. That's awesome. What the fuck is that? See, this I can do.
Not shooting straight.
Oh, word. Just because she friggin' died?
Blake?
We did it. I was afraid we were making a mistake trying to stand up to those bastards. The Minutemen came through for us.
Let's trade.
Okay.
Really?
Can we trade a few things?
Go ahead.
You think that was a success? Hey, if you consider that a success, so do I. That's really funny. Alright, so where did I stick him again? But now, turning the power off of that friggin' tower was probably the smartest thing I've done yet. And I can never remember which room I stuck him in. All I remember is that I turned off all the lights, so it's dark, and he's in a Polaroid.
I taught those raiders a lesson. They won't be attacking another settlement again.
That's good. I hope I live to see the day when people aren't always worried about the next raider attack.
Right.
You made your decision. Now live with it.
Alright, I think I'm going to take a break from that for now. Because I hate Minutemen quests because like they just like these settlements are just so friggin' helpless. Like seriously, yeah, guns, use them. Yeah, that's probably Sean's not watching. He's probably trying to get some sleep for work tonight.
Glad to see you alive and well, sir.
Are we in luck, sir? Mission accomplished. We have the transmitter.
Finally, some good news for a change. Nice work, sir.
I didn't do it alone. Halen. Good, you're back. Halen, Reese. It's time to welcome our newest recruit to the Brotherhood. He shows a lot of promise. And with the proper guidance, I think he has the potential of becoming one of the best.
Thanks. I promise not to let you down.
You don't have to prove anything else to me. Getting that transmitter was enough.
So you decided to stay, huh? I expected you to take your payment and run.
Let's just hug this out and get it over with. What do you say?
You can play it however you want, tough guy. It's gonna take a lot more than completing one mission to impress me.
Reese, that's enough. Like it or not, you're going to have to learn to work together. And you need to understand what it means to be a part of the Brotherhood. We're not soldiers of fortune. We're an army. And we've dedicated our lives to uphold a strict code of ethics. If you intend to stay within our ranks, you need to obey our tenets without question.
Don't worry. I've spent time in the military.
Perfect. Then there's no need to give you a long lecture. So I'll get right to the point. I only ask for two things from anyone under my command. Honesty and respect. You fall in line, you stay in line. I give you an order, and you follow it. It's as simple as that. There's one last order of business I wanted to get out of the way. I'm going to recommend you to be awarded the rank of Knight. Now, nothing's official until you speak to Elder Maxson, but I wanted you to be the first to know.
Thank you.
Thanks aren't necessary. Just continue excelling at your duties, soldier.
Ad Victoriam, Knight.
He doesn't even know what that means, Halen.
Ad Victoriam means to victory. In our eyes, defeat is unacceptable, because we're fighting for the future of mankind. Our rallying cry is more powerful than any weapon you could ever carry. Remember that. Now, I've received orders that we're both to report to the Prydwen. However, if you want to run a few ops for Scribe Halen or Knight Reese first, they could certainly use your assistance. I'll leave the choice up to you. Let me know when you're ready to mount it.
Paladin Dance.
Are you ready to head up to the ship?
Of course I am. I've never seen anything so impressive.
Takes your breath away, doesn't it? We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxson's here. And that means we're going to war.
Gonna be a quick war with that thing on our side.
Yes, hopefully for presence alone.
That's the plan. If history's proven anything, it's that an overwhelming show of force has a chance of halting a conflict before it begins. That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen up close and personal. I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station. We're going for a little ride.
Chomps away.
That minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the local. and I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. I wish everyone down there believed in our cause, but they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If they fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. We're on final approach to the airport. The Fridwin should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Stay close to me and answer all of his questions. Far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
Intruder alert!
No mercy.
Hey, it's telling me to go to speak to him, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Intruder alert! Nice try.
But no, that's the way I look at it. I could just do that. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not going to do that. That was funny. I was just curious to see what would happen. Just take out a couple of friggin' Brotherhood. That's funny.
Permission to come aboard, sir?
Permission granted. Welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I feel promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the trigger and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin. So, get back here, Initiate. Our debriefing isn't complete.
Captain Kells?
So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing.
Just forget, just walk away.
You don't look much like a soldier to me.
I think I've already proven that you're wrong.
Brotherhood soldier earns merit by respecting the ideals created by our elder, not by simply killing the enemy and following orders. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
Nick Valentine is back in town.
Absolutely.
Good. That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. After which, Elder Maxon wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
What are my orders?
Your orders are to proceed to Elder Maxon's address. After which, he wishes to speak with you. Anything else?
Where can I get power armor?
Only knights are allowed to wear Brotherhood power armor. And you're no knight. Not yet. Until Elder Maxon grants you that title, you'll have to make do with what you've got. Anything else?
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command deck immediately. Dismissed.
Standing in a full suit of power armor, like, we're gonna get power armor. Ah, shit.
You lost. Maxon's address is being held on the command deck.
Welcome aboard. Elder Maxon is holding his...
That gave me a good old lol. Alright, it'd be great if I could, like, move. That'd be fan-fucking-tastical.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose. And beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth, a robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam.
Ad Victoriam. Ad Victoriam!
Ugh, I'm starting to get hungry.
I take every barrel, mutant, scent, and shoot them.
Let's believe super mutants were human ones. I mean, science had gone so wrong.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
I can see that. They're playing with fire and we need to save them.
Exactly. I just hope we're here in time. I refuse to allow the mistakes of the past to be repeated.
Don't worry. I'm convinced.
Paladin Dance's reports were quite clear regarding your feelings toward the Brotherhood. And he concludes that you'd be an asset to us. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
I'll do my best to live up to it.
I'm certain that you will. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Prydwen and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Prydwen, soldier. Make us proud.
It's 15 minutes before I gotta start getting, well, maybe half an hour. As long as I'm up and moving by like 15 minutes after 2, I should be fine.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on.
So how did it look out there?
We've got a lot of work.
Paladin Dance.
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
I was very impressed with him. He seems to know what's best for everyone.
Exactly. Without his determination, we'd be lost. I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
I won't let you down, Dance. I promise.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with
you. You can come with me or wait until I'm done. It's up to you.
In that case, I prefer to tag along. If you change your mind, just let me know.
Paladin Dance.
I'll be in the mess hall if you want to talk. Good luck with Maxon.
Congratulations on the promotion.
There. Try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. You can't fix it.
I can fix it. You're the one who decided to kick your way through a mire. Well, got it.
There it is. Thanks, brother. I owe you.
That's what I call locked and loaded.
Our vertebrae should give us the air superiority between planets. So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
Yo, why does everybody say that?
Sounds like you're disappointed.
I'm not disappointed, just surprised. You don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we'd pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Pridlin's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Sounds like you have a pretty full plate.
Plate? Hell, I have a whole table's worth of duties around here. There isn't a day that goes by on this tug without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
You feel like telling me how you ended up that way?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Most people in your condition would have given up. I just wanted to hear your story.
Sure. What the hell? I was fighting with the Brotherhood in the Capital Wasteland. Worked at a staging area for the power armor troops. Our position was along a ridge line overlooking the battlefield. I'd say it was a 100-foot drop, give or take.
Who were you fighting?
Super mutants. The damn things had wrangled a couple of behemoths and were marching on our main base of operations. To make a long story short, the ridge I was standing on took a hit from a nuke. Sheared most of the cliff right off, and caused the platform I was standing on to tumble over the side. If I hadn't been test piloting one of the power armor suits at the time, I would have died.
Wow. It's a miracle you survived.
Nope. Just simple engineering. My power armor absorbed most of the impact. And I wouldn't call having both of your legs crushed survival. Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hands on some power armor. There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the workshops around here. If you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Now this is the dude I want to meet. Wait, what's this? Yeah.
If you're looking
Proctor
for
Tegan.
ammunition,
Step forward, Knight.
Dr. Tegan.
Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Looks uncomfortable in there.
It's not that bad. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
That's good to know.
I'm glad you're the agreeable type. I tell most of the new recruits that they have to buy their own equipment, they give me the stinker. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
As long as I don't end up in the brig.
Don't worry. Last thing I'd want to do is get our newest recruit in trouble. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need some. After you're done with the meet and greet, we'll discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, gun, mod, even a...
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Remember, come find me when you're done meeting the rest of the crew.
Ugh. Dude, I just want to shop. Or at the very least, see what you have to offer. You know, it's fine.
Everything holding together? Trust me. Good. Firing.
It's like, where are these people? Oh, good. These guys are like just right here. That's great.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
As long as it doesn't involve petroleum jelly and rubber gloves, I'm ready.
No. This isn't that sort of examination. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer them to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
You know I'm going to answer sarcastic to everything.
I used to sit way too close to the television.
The television? Wait a second. Let me check my notes here. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Have you had problems with the crew catching diseases?
Well, yes, actually. It's not unusual for our recon teams to stumble across contaminated environments or disease-carrying creatures. We don't want a single crewman infecting the entire ship. Anyway, this exam is about you, so have you had or...
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
That happens often enough for you to have a question about it?
You'd be surprised how many wastelanders answer yes to that question. Fortunately, the Brotherhood finds that type of behavior absolutely distasteful. Since you haven't spent too much time in the wasteland, I'll assume your answer is no. Last question.
I wanted to see what the sarcastic answer was.
Pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
Nope, no problem whatsoever.
Excellent. You'll fit in quite well around here. Excellent.
Nope,
I think I've got
no
all the
problem.
information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Hey, kid. I don't even want to know what those are for.
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What, not even a thank you?
I hardly need to... Oh my. It appears I've mistaken you for someone else.
Really?
Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was.
In this friggin' baby blue
Would you mind telling
XO1 armor, you mistaken me for somebody else.
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical... Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts, anything containing useful technical data. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have plenty of them waiting to be found.
Now this is actually another exploit.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Not like a glitchy exploit, but like an exploit. I'll show you how it's done in a second. It actually involves telling Paladin Dance to fuck off, so I'll probably be doing that real soon. It's actually one of the old ways to level, and it's actually not that bad at all. Like, it's kind of effective if I remember correctly.
I'm looking for some firepower.
Be my guest.
Alright, so let's see what we got here. I know he's got a legendary on him somewhere. Ooh, Gatling laser. I wouldn't mind one of these in my arsenal, but I would rather a legendary one. And it is now officially 2 o'clock. And his Brotherhood of Steel power armor. You can get a frame if you want it, and he actually has some pretty uncommon materials on him, so that's actually really good to know. He sells a pretty good bulk of fusion cells too, if you ever need them. And some fusion cores. I'll buy the partials too.
Hey.
Ready.
Paladin.
Yes?
Just wanted to check in. See how you feel things are going between us.
I haven't been able to make that evaluation yet. When I do, I'll let you know.
I think it's time we split the team.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is a foolish decision. But it's yours to make. Come back alive, soldier.
Where am I going to send him? I'm not going to send him to Spectacle Isle because he's just going to drink all my water. It's going to cut into my profits, so I'm sending him to Sanctuary. Alright, so I'll show you guys real quick how this little exploit works. And I'll probably just call it at that point because
Knight. You have technical documents, perhaps? Or looking to...
I found some technical documents for you.
These aren't technical documents. I don't have time for game.
I thought I had at least one or two on me. I guess not.
Knight. You have...
I've got time to assist on patrol.
Excellent. A scribe's work is never done. Meet the scribe just outside. You will escort and protect him while he collects data and, most importantly...
Alright, so you accept that. I mean, I'm pretty sure people know how this works. And I'm not 100% as to whether or not they patched it yet. I mean, I doubt it because I really can't see a way around it. Oh, good. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, this still works. But
Synths with the plastic faces. They creep me the heck out.
what the fuck? And then when you sit in this little spot right here, take a look around, orient yourself a little bit. Wait, is it this one? Man, these guys are hard to kill. There. So basically, that scribe was the one that was supposed to meet me for the patrol. So you go to that little spot that I was just at, and then snipe them down. And if all goes well, nobody sees you. And then it'll give you the prompt to return to Proctor... What's his face? Oop, almost went downstairs. Nope, other way.
Ah, you're back. How did the scribe fare?
The scribe didn't make it. Give me another chance.
What I'm hearing is the mission failed. I will notify the proper parties. In the meantime, these patrols rest if you need it, and if you're willing to take on another research
So
patrol,
you still get experience, you still get caps,
just exercise
but
a tad
they're
more
severely
caution.
reduced compared to like if you were to actually complete it.
Neither. Not right now.
That's unfortunate.
So basically you do that over and over again, and yeah, it's just a really good way to level up, I guess. They made the scribes a lot more durable, so it's not as cut and dry as it was at one point.
We'll stop the Institute.
So, yeah, it might cut down on the speed at which you could do this, but at the same time, my Gauss rifle isn't the best, so, you know, obviously, it's going to take me longer to kill them than if I had, like, a really good Gauss rifle. But before I do anything else, I want to just wrap something up. Or I just want to look at something and then call it quits. Oh yeah, that's the quest where you clear out some area. It's some kind of like military base that's taken over by super mutants, and I guess there's like a huge stockpile of nukes under it. So, needless to say, it's pretty vital that you clear that place out, otherwise they'll discover it and launch an all-out offensive. So your assumption is that they haven't found it yet, so you got to get to them before they can find it. So it's about the same as the one I'm making at Sanctuary. Excuse me. So I'm essentially making double. I just got to go to different corners of the maps different corners of the map in order to make those. Yeah, $10 says the Deacon's still spying on me, and he sees that I'm playing nicey nice with the Brotherhood. The only other thing I could really think to do to up my tomato production is to like get a settlement and just make it like every square inch of it tato plants, and then just have one person there just picking plants, or just a bunch of robots just picking an endless supply of friggin' tato plants, and then just occasionally picking it, or you know, picking them up.
I'm not saying I'm not saying this.
Alright, so there's a corn, nut fruits, and the waters.
I have a statement from the nothing to worry about.
So I'll put the corn and the nut fruits in there because I want to go around and buy shit. So that's why I'm keeping my waters for now. Ah, shit.
Anyway, it's
Oh, yeah, let me put the rest of this junk in there while I'm at it. Oh yeah, how's my happiness farm doing? Alright, so we're up to 73 now, so let's give it a little more time. Where was I going to go? I forgot. Alright, first stop's going to be a Diamond City Market. See, these are nice too. I think they're the same attack. I mean, they have the same damage as those hooks that you get from... Yeah, the only legendary Gatling laser I know about is if you kill Maxton, but I think he's considered essential, so you really can't kill him yet.
They sell everything. Stim packs.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, goody.
Alright, sorry, I was just looking at something. Ceramic is always good. I'll never say no to ceramic. Rubber. Nuclear materials, oil, copper, screws, adhesive, sprungs, oil. I think I have a good amount of glass too. Adhesive, ceramic, copper, rubber springs, aluminum, nom. Alright, so let's get these purified waters. Close enough. So I'll wait. Next to Koveriga, there's a Bond building with a Radroach. A man spawns there. He always has a 5mm gun or Gatling laser or Gatling gun. I'll have to read that when I come home because I don't have time to do any of that.
Is that a hit boy? Get my left arm for one of those.
Alright, so I already bought her out because they share inventory.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
I mean, I've remembered him not. I remember those two not having a shared inventory, but now they do. I'm not going to buy that, though. Look at the way he's looking at me. He's like, oh, this guy. Oh, I'm not sure about this guy. Oh, I sold those to him. Ooh, wow. That's a lot of aluminum. That's nice. Yeah, I'm not going to say no to 50 aluminum. Wish he had stacks of 100, though. Or shipments of 100. Now, one last stop. If I could fucking find it. Oh, there it is. Right in front of me. Yeah, I'll look at that later.
Might want to have Night Captain Cade.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the shit on this dude, then I'll start getting ready for work. I don't know if I'll be able to buy all the stuff that I want, but I'll be able to get a good amount of it.
Charging into a situation, guns blazing.
I'll keep that in mind.
Have you ever fired a minigun?
Put two in the head.
What can I get for you today?
Advice to live by.
I'll take a look.
All of my weapons are mission ready.
Ballistic fiber, that's very hard to come by. Circuitry is too. Fiber optics is very hard to come by as well. So all those just by itself are really rare. It's really nice to have on this vendor. Missile launchers too. Oh, that looks nasty. I would not want to be on the business end of one of those. Or this either, for that matter. But yeah, each core gives you about 500 rounds. So it's... ammo for that thing is actually kind of easy. Like, I'm sitting at 42 cores. That's enough to keep you going for a really long time. I don't want to lug around the non-legendary, though. Call me picky, but, you know. Alright, he doesn't have fusion cores yet, so, take the cartridges too while I'm at it. Still have 11,000 caps worth of water on me, so getting all my caps back was not really a challenge. So that's cool. I'm almost up to 10,000 caps now.
Well, I don't really know which one.
Alright. guess that about does it. I'm gonna call it here for now. So maybe when I get home I'll play a little more, and get some more shit done, or procrastinate some more. One of the two. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. As always, it's a pleasure. Check back every once in a while, and I get off at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard, so probably takes me about an hour to get home because I'm bullshitting with Sean, and sometimes I stop for food. So depending on the situation, I'll probably get home at around midnight. So try to check back around then. Alrighty, take care now. Bye bye then.